Yo, what's up, Biz Teen Podcast gang? We are back from over a year taking break from our first episode. We're back here for the second episode with the whole brand revamp. New logo, new banner, new everything. And yeah, I was like, I should definitely record a podcast. I recorded 2 YouTube videos last night and I was like, man, we should start up a podcast. And I was like, say less. Now, this podcast so far is going to be solo. This is kind of a introduction where I've been in a couple of topics we're going to go over today. So bear with me here with the quality. It's kind of shit, but it's a MacBook recording. Don't blame me, guys. I'm not trying to fill up my storage for my phone and pay an extra like $200 per month for Apple to increase my storage. But yeah, just bear with me here. Just listen to it, I guess. You don't have to watch it, but yeah, it's mainly gonna be listening. So yeah, where have I been with this podcast? What is my ideas for the future? Honestly, my ideas for the future is for this podcast to grow into a like multi-million dollar, not multi-million dollar, but like for it to get big, like up to 100,000 subscribers, and then we can have like special business guests, like who knows? It can kind of be like an impulsive podcast where I bring in like business guests and come here to talk with me, and yeah, it's sort of like that. That's my plans for the future. But right now, I'm thinking about inviting some guests over on like Zoom and trying to connect with them, trying to bring them here on this podcast. So if you ever want to be in more of my podcast through Zoom, the link in description for my Discord, DM me there, and yeah, we can get set it up from there further. So yeah, this podcast it's gonna get big. Trust me, y'all gotta wait though. So yeah, last time we went over a podcast, what was it? It was a Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Logan Paul beats Floyd Mayweather, and it was about like Jake Paul's boxing career thing. And now looking back at it, Jake Paul actually said he made like $40 million from boxing, so he's making a bag, that's for sure. Logan Paul just came out with this Drink Prime. That's crazy as well because Drink Prime is like it's valued to be at like $100 million company right now because of their marketing skills. But it's yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Dave the Hustler. I'm basically just trying to hustle and teach other teens how to make money. And this is my third channel about podcasts. So yeah, this is gonna be long form type of content. Our first episode's kind of messy. It's all over the place, so just kind of bear with me here. I haven't really just thinking off my head to what to talk about at this moment. Just because it's so late. It's like 2 a.m. right now. Just trying to grind to get y'all this podcast out, but yeah, let's go over the first topic around marketing, like about Logan Paul and Jake Paul's boxing prime, the future of creators. So yeah, I think that creators are getting more and more crazy nowadays because instead of buying Gatorade, kids are gonna be like, I want Prime because they've seen their fans. Logan Paul and KSI are now telling their fans to get Prime, and Prime is an alternative to Gatorade because they brand it that way as saying they're all natural and stuff. I'm not saying they're not natural. I'm just saying they're branding themselves that way. So now the kids are gonna be like, "Mom, can I get Prime? No, what's Prime? It's just Logan Paul's new drink and it's completely natural." The parents are gonna be like, "Wow, it's better than Gatorade since it's all natural," and then they're gonna buy it, and the children are gonna love it. The kids are gonna love it. Their audience is gonna love it. So yeah, and they've kind of done self marketing in a way because on TikTok, if you go in Instagram, if you go on there and you search up Logan Paul, hey, like Prime drink is gonna pop up everywhere. So yeah, creators are taking over now. Chamberlain has their own coffee company. I think these creators are gonna take over big brands in the next 10 to 15 years just because of how strong their audience is. So if you can build up a really key and strong audience, I can guarantee you can overtake big brands. Chamberlain Coffee, she literally makes coffee in every single one of her TikTok videos. So then she created a coffee company. This coffee company is gonna can take over Starbucks. She can like sell it to Starbucks in the future once it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Mr. Beast has Feastables. Feastables chocolate company is going crazy. They're gonna have like a chocolate like a factory giveaway or something like that. The marketing is insane for it. Number two, what else about Mr. Beast? He has his own burger thing, right? Completely forgot about that. Their burger thing is going insane as well. Insane marketing skills. Mr. Beast is probably the king of YouTube when it comes to earnings, branding, creativity, creating your own brand. He's honestly insane. But yeah, that's basically my takeaway for big brands, creators, and audiences that they're probably gonna become the future. I'm not even gonna clap. So number two, our second topic for this podcast, our podcast gonna take over nah, let's not go over that. I don't know what I was gonna say. Number two, e-commerce. My take on e-commerce. I've said this before and I've said this again. And I'm gonna say it again. e-commerce is not dead, or dropshipping or e-commerce is basically the same thing. They're both not dead. They're basically a form of online shopping, and online shopping is dead. If is it dead? No, it's definitely not dead, because in quarantine it showed us online shopping has actually drastically increased, and much more customers are more likely to purchase online now than rather than go into stores just for groceries. So yeah, dropshipping and e-commerce is one of the best side hustles to start nowadays, but it's definitely one of the hardest as well, because it's gonna take you at least 3 to 4 stores or maybe even more to get a successful product and winning. But it all one product can literally change your whole life, so it's definitely worth it in my opinion. Um, so yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna die out because of Amazon's the biggest e-commerce in the space, and they're literally one of the biggest valued companies in the world, like over $1 trillion. It's crazy. And yeah, e-commerce. I think if you started today, it's only gonna get harder from here. So if you start, the earlier you start, the better you're gonna get at it, and the easier you're gonna be able to succeed with it. So yeah, e-commerce, three main points. Just basically start up a Shopify store, find a cool trendy product, create a website around it, market on TikTok and TikTok ads, boom, start sales. And yeah, that's basically a three-step formula to success with dropshipping. That's obviously not what all you need, but yeah, research it more, and yeah, you should be good. Number three, investing. Where should you invest for a teenager at least? So, investing as a teenager is kind of hard. I'm not gonna cap, because you don't know where to invest, right? That's why I'm here, and why I'm going to teach you this in this podcast, where to invest. So let's say you have around $100, which most of you probably have lying around your house. If you don't have $100, just go quick resell some things. Once you have $100, where should you invest it into? You can't really invest it into anywhere, but I would recommend starting to do a long-term investing. This might be boring, but at least you have something. The something is better than nothing. So go over to Robinhood, link in the description for free stock. Go to Robinhood. It's the easiest trading platform by far, and probably I use it mainly. Go on there, sign up, and buy a lot of shares of big tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, whatever like that. Some stocks like that, because they are less risky and they can give you less profits, but it's some profits. So yeah, buy them quickly, or you can wait for a dip in the markets. I think we might be in the bubble, so if markets crash, it'll be a great time to buy. So yeah, once you have $100, invest into there. But if you have $1,000, where should you invest it? Basically the same thing. Invest some of it into stocks, invest some of it into crypto, or you can go all out in dropshipping and just do that. But the main thing is, you ought to invest into something that you believe is going to give you a return on your investment. If you don't think stocks will be a good it will give you enough money to live, or give you at least a good amount of money to make over the years, then don't invest into it. Invest into if it will change people's lives. That's the main thing. NFTs is gonna definitely change people's lives, because so many celebrities are coming into the NFT space. It's gonna influence their fans to as well learn NFTs. So yeah, I think NFTs is a great way, and a lot of people say it's scammy, but it's really not, because NFTs is just another form of buying a picture or buying something like a ticket pass. It's the same thing like that, except it's digital now, and you can verify ownership. You can't just fake it now, because it's on the blockchain. The blockchain is kind of like an internet for NFTs. So yeah, that's just my take on NFTs. And yeah, probably this is gonna be the last question. Probably, what is the best? Where do you think that was such a weird question. Where do you think is the best place to invest into crypto? Someone just asked me this, so basically I post on my story and people are just asking me questions now. Where do you think is the best place to invest for crypto? Coinbase, but you're gonna need like 20 different apps to actually invest into Coinbase, because there's so many different cryptocurrencies, and they're not all in the same place. But most cryptocurrencies you can find on Coinbase. At least most of the cryptocurrencies that I invest into are on Coinbase. But yeah, that's probably going to wrap up the podcast. Join the Discord, link in the description. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment any ideas, or if you want to be on our next podcast. That's going to be it. Peace.